Welcome back, everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I use ChatGPT to generate keywords for my stock photos, and specifically for my stock photos that were created using AI. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so this will involve a little bit of work, guys. Specifically, you're going to need to provide a good title for the image that you want GPT to create keywords for. All right, so we need to start somewhere, and we have to start with a decent title because we don't have the capability yet of just putting the image into ChatGPT and saying keyword and title this photo for me. We're not far off, but we're not there yet. So for this, I'm going to use the images that I generated in the last video that I put out. And we have a father here picking strawberry with his daughter, and we have an African-American family out at dinner, just having fun, laughing, having a good time. All right, so I'm going to use those two images and even this one here. All right, so most often when you generate images in Midjourney or any of the other programs out there, you're going to kind of already provide a title, right? Because unless you're one of those that put in all sorts of jargons and whatnot, which is not necessary. But if you simply just put it in plain English, a family out in the field picking strawberries, right? That's already a title. I mean, it's not very specific, but it's a title that the AI can work with. So when we're looking at, for example, this image here, how would we describe it, or how would we title this image? Well, I would say something like, father and daughter out in open field picking strawberries together, lit, with the evening sunlight or something like that. And that title is sufficient to tell the AI what is going on in the image. So I have a notepad open here, and I have already created the title similar to the one that I just said. And I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to go over to ChatGPT and show you how I format it. All right, so here we are in ChatGPT. I'm going to instruct the AI to provide me with 25 keywords, provide me with 25 comma-separated keywords for this stock photo titled, and you fill in the title there. And then I'm going to go on to say, order the keywords by relevancy. And that last part is important for sites such as Adobe Stock that prioritize the first 10 keywords. All right, so let's type that out. All right, so once we have that typed out, we're just going to click enter. And look at that. These are amazing keywords for that image, right? We have father, daughter, strawberries, picking, field, evening, sunlight, portrait, family, outdoors. It's a very good list of keywords. And I went with 25 here because I find that if you start going, if you put in like 50, you're going to either start getting repetitions, or you're going to get a lot of keywords that just don't really go with the image or that are not too relevant for the photo. So I think 25 is a good place to settle. And by the way, just look how well it stuck to what I told it to do in terms of ordering the keywords by relevancy, right? So it basically, it did it very well. So we have the main subjects up front, right? Here, the first 3 keywords are the main subjects: father, daughter, strawberries. Boom, right there. That alone can have your image get discovered. All right, so you might say, okay, this is good for when you're using images that were generated using AI, but what about images that were taken with an actual camera, right? How well would it do with that? Okay, I have some images here that I took this morning, and I'm going to have ChatGPT provide the keywords for it. You can see, going to the bathroom to do what all of us do. All right, so for this, I would title this such as close-up of a woman holding bathroom doorknob with toilet paper in hand. I think that sufficiently describes the image, right? So same procedure. I'm going to copy that title and go over to ChatGPT and do the same thing, right? Same format. All right, so with that written out, we're going to hit submit or enter. And there it goes. And boom, we have 25 very relevant keywords for those images. And just like before, the first 3 keywords are all we need to really know what's going on in the image. We have woman, hand. I would say the first 4 keywords: woman, hand, bathroom, and toilet paper. Those 4 alone are sufficient for your image to be discovered. So just like before, I would just copy these keywords, enter it into my favorite keyword in software, and similarly copy the title and paste it in. And there we go. We have our image keyworded and titled. And one of the beauty of doing it this way is that you can tell the AI to give you variations on the keywords, right? So if you don't want all 5, or let's see in this example, all 4 of your images to have the exact same keywords, you can tell the AI to kind of switch it up a little. So I can just come and say, vary those lists of keywords slightly. And there it goes. So it's given me a slight variation on the keyword set. So you can see it accomplishes the same thing, but just in a different way. So instead of woman, we have female. Instead of hand, we have holding, right? You need a hand to hold something, right? In doing it this way, not having all of your images have the same keywords, you are potentially targeting a greater audience, right? Because there are many people out there who may not type bathroom doorknob, and they may very well type restroom doorknob, right? So if you have both of those, you get your image discovered. You can also do the same thing in other AI, such as Google Bard. I find that Bard, however, does not stick to the prompt too well. For example, like if I go there, I find that it won't give me a comma-separated list of keywords. So I'm going to paste the same thing here and press enter. All right, I don't know what okay, this is weird. I didn't really ask it to give me images. Okay, that's interesting. Not what I was expecting. Let's view other drafts. Okay, so with the other drafts, I think we. And this is why I come back to GPT all the time, because the other models just seems to be playing catch up, and it just will not do it. Let me just refresh this whole thing, and let's try that again. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, it gave us keywords, but we're gonna have to do a lot of work to sort this thing out, right? We're gonna have to copy it, like, and remove the numbers and put in the commas and whatnot. So it's just a lot more work when you're using Google Bard. And I find that no matter how much I ask it to give me a comma separated list and or put the keywords as comma separated values, not a list, it will not do it. All right, so let's try Bing, right? Bing chat. We're going to enter the same thing into Bing and see what it does. And I find that Bing did work for me. Yep, there it goes. And it's not a surprise because Bing and ChatGPT are powered by essentially the same thing. So you can see if you don't have GPT-4, you can just use Bing and use the precise mode, because that way it will follow the directions, precisely. All right, and let's put this into work. I'm actually going to submit those images using the keywords I generated from ChatGPT. Yeah, let's see. So I'm going to open up Xpix. All right, so for whatever reason, it's stuck at, here we go. And I guess it's going to complete it now. Yep, there we go. All right, so all of the images are uploaded. All right, so we're going to go over to one of the agencies. I'll go to Deposit Photo for now. And I just started with Deposit Photo. I haven't sold anything yet. Let's go to Unfinished. And you can see them here, right? I'm just going to select them and hit Submit. All right, so that is it, guys. I hope this was helpful in some way. A viewer did ask me to make a video on this specific topic. I had a couple people ask me, which is why I ended up doing the video. So, I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a video. All right, until next time, have a good one, guys.